Yeah, I never realized that before. Why do he want the strippers to leave and only the dudes be left? That might be the post of the week, my man Chuchi. Never looked at it like that. Like, it should have been more like, I want all y'all hard legs to go so we can leave the club just for the strippers and me and my boys. That's what he should have said. From Chucktown, Tiki is mine, Frank. James, it used to cost like $5,000 to buy in, but you'd have to have a lot of asset value and business background. That way, they could still control all the process. Not sure what he's talking about. From Sidney Jackson, I beat Jessica Simpson. Can suck a me. Oh, here we go. Raider Kev, Lil Jon forgot to pause. Right. Pause. That's where you would insert that pause that's so popular these days. I never paid attention to that. But you make a very valid point, Chuchi. What was that all about? Like, why would you? I'm not going to get back into it. Now, Lil Jon is from ATL. He's ATL royalty. So I'm going to assume that it was a backstory to the meaning of that statement where he's telling all of the strippers, once again, strippers with a K, to leave, and all of the dudes hang out together and look at each other, and I don't know. From Griff, laugh out loud. Come on, Lil Jon, laugh out loud. Yeah, Sidney Jackson. Yeah, that's suspect, Lil Jon. From LD in the chat on Spreaker.com says, no, when you say dumb-ish, Doug, that's when people go off on you. You should understand that by now as much dumb shit as you say. Yeah, how about this dumb shit I'm about to say? Your ass is nominated for some ball penis. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, if you're new to the show, every Friday we give out a Ball Penis Award. It goes to the Buster of the Week of sports, entertainment, and beyond. We actually take nominees all week long, like I'm doing right now, and nominating LD from the D. We've already got a couple of Stewies that are nominees, and generally Stewies don't win because I guess there's some type of loyalty to fellow Stewies. We actually have a voting process as well. You can actually vote live on Two Live Stews Radio's Facebook chat group. But there you have it. We already have nominated for Buster of the Week, Angry Black Man, for dissing. Who did he diss before? I can't even read my damn writing here. He dissed former South Carolina State running backs. A long story. And Rough Buff, one of the Stewies, is nominated for a Ball Penis Award as well. I can't even read my writing and understand what he was voted for. You were girls, spoilers. He gave some spoiler to something. And then also, we just nominated just now, and I hope personally this guy gets it, LD from the D, for blasphemous statements concerning the host. I know you are. Now, what am I, LD? From Mo Cheese, the Laker fan, that's 2 out of 5, and we already know Orange Dude is in. Also, that ninja who owes me $5,000 is nominated. From Clay Pretty Ricky Davis, if you're over 5, you should never say pause. I don't understand why. Maybe they don't say pause in your neighborhood. We understand what it means. From Cornelia Small, Doug, be honest, most say Michael Jackson was lame and weird because he was childlike as F. No, I disagree with your statement from the start. Like, I don't remember a lot of people saying Michael Jackson. Were you talking about his personality? Yeah, I guess that is a little bit weird. Michael Jackson and his childlike tendencies, as you were about to say, but he was still the king. We ignored all that because he was so talented. I don't think Michael Jackson was ever corny. And I don't know what, corny means. I guess it means different things in different circumstances and different cases. But I never looked at I always looked at Michael Jackson as a performer, as a bad mofo. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe, let me think about this for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Maybe subconsciously, I think Bruno Mars is corny because what he's doing, his entire, for lack of a better term, shtick, has been done before. Namely, by Prince and by Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you can't get better than the original. I mean, you're good. I mean, what are you going to do to take it to the next level or whatever? I mean, we've already seen two very light-skinned guys. One guy supposedly turned himself very light-skinned. We've already seen two legendary light-skinned guys who could dance and were super talented with long flowing Jerry Carroll hairstyles, do the things that you're doing now. And I don't know if that's actually the case. Maybe that's part of it in the back of my mind. I don't know. I have no idea. And matter of fact, I ain't got to explain the fact that I don't think somebody's good or I think somebody's corny to none of y'all ninjas. Back in 3 minutes.
While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway. Ooh, Mary, baby, I asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say. Trust me, boo, I would never. Then my Mary solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time. Yo. Now I'm in love with this girl, and I never really told her, but I swear she know it cause of the way that I hold her. Don't care that I'm out in the street stuck in the heat, cause she know the more I eat, then the more we meet, then the more I'm having sex with her. It's just the way she smells, her body aroma, I gotta be next to her. With money in my pockets, then I gotta be vexed with her. Mad when I can't touch, mad when I can't nut. But no matter what, that's my shorty. She been there before the yak, the crack, the jacks in the 40s. Love the fact I'm on wax and they always recording me. She say she want me richer than Barry Gordy, always with other dudes, so she don't mind when I cheat. Just make sure I wrap it up when I'm tapping them freaks. We went from hours to days, from days to weeks. Now I'm in love with this broad till I'm eternally sleep. While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway. Ooh, Mary, baby, I asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say. Trust me, baby, I would never. Then my Mary solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time. Let me get one more. Ooh, Mary, baby, I need you. No matter how rough it get, I can never leave you. Our bond is real strong, like Freeway and Siegel. Even though just knowing you makes me illegal. And it ain't an age thing, dog. She older than me. She got some people calm, some colder than me. Got some people rich and others owing they peeps. And she real flammable, like oils and grease. Since I've been with her, dog, she done changed my life. Turned my lips the same color like white and rice. Let me know who is real and who real tripe. Can't front though, she done made me nice on the mic. It's like, the more I write, the more I recite, the more I spit. She keep dudes saying I'm tight. Broke up for 3 months once when we had a fight. Now I'ma stay with this chick until it's time to see the light. You burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway. Ooh, Mary, baby, I asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say. Trust me, boo, I would never. Then my Mary solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time. Dealing with time. Just dealing with time. Stay on my mind.
Happy Thursday, Stewies. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. You talk about fine. Rest in peace to that fine-ass Aaliyah.
Off to college, yes, you went away. Straight from high school, you up and left me.
All right, we actually went way long in the last segment, man. A couple little stories from the NFL as we get you ready for the entertainment report at the bottom of the hour. Cleveland Browns quarterback Brock Osweiler will start the second preseason game Monday night against the Giants. And Deshaun Kaiser, remember Deshaun Kaiser's stock was like way up before the draft, and everybody was talking about this kid being the steal of the draft, and then somehow his stock kind of dropped, and the Cleveland Browns got him. Deshaun Kaiser's already been moved up to the number 2 spot. Yeah. Yes, sir. The move with Kaiser will give the Browns a chance to see how he does against backups and perhaps even some starters, depending on how long the Giants played him. Kaiser threw for 184 yards and a game-winning touchdown in the second half of the preseason opener against the Saints. Here's a quote. I still think that right now, where we are, that Brock deserves the opportunity to walk out there first. Hugh Jackson, the head coach of the team, says, speaking of which, man, you see how quick it is for me personally, man. Let me just give you my opinion. Like, it's crazy how fast I go from rooting from somebody to rooting against somebody when they say some dumbass shit. And if you heard Hugh Jackson's comments, man, about his team and not being part of the protests for the national anthem and social injustice in this country, like I came away. I've changed like literally in the last 3 days from being this big Hugh Jackson supporter. You know, I never thought he should have lost a job when he was in Oakland. And wanting to see him do well, obviously, for the narrative of black coaches in the NFL. I've changed over the last 3 days from wanting Hugh Jackson to be successful to wanting Hugh Jackson and the Cleveland Browns to continue as they've been doing and just burning. Fuck Cleveland and goddamn Hugh Jackson. But anyway, they're going to see what Deshaun Kaiser can do, man. Brock Osweiler completed 6 of 14 passes for 42 yards with no touchdowns or interceptions in the first preseason game. And so that's kind of like one of the stories coming out of the NFL. Also, speaking of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in the league, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. After missing just 2 passes in the team's 7-on-7 drills on Tuesday, Dak Prescott completed all 18 of his passes in 11-on-11 on Wednesday. You heard me. Heading into the final practice, now once again, this is just practice. It is just preseason. But going 18 for 18 in a practice is damn good, or 11-11 on 11 drills. Heading into the final practice in Oxnard on Thursday, Prescott had completed 157 of 213 passes in the 13 padded practices, which is phenomenal. You've ever heard the term or the phrase, all obstacles are opportunities. And this is a big, big opportunity for Dak Prescott to shut up a lot of the naysayers and say that this guy ain't that good of a quarterback. And you heard him last year. There were a lot of people out there giving all of the credit or most of the credit to Ezekiel Elliott, that Dallas offensive line, which, deserving so. Them cats, they did what they were supposed to do last year. They played at a phenomenally high rate. But I'm telling you, man, I like this Dak Prescott kid. You talk about poise under pressure. Okay, this guy played last year, man, like a veteran. He didn't make the stupid-ass throws like Brett Favre makes or has made, like when he was playing in the league and those type of things where he could give away a game just as easy as he can win one for you. And so we'll see. There's a lot of people out there talking about Dallas. Even Vegas said that Dallas's chances without Ezekiel Elliott in making it to the playoffs and winning a Super Bowl were dramatically decreased by not having him out there on the field. And listen, they're not going to be as good of a team, but I want to see what Dak does. Does he take this challenge